now, right? So everything should be okay. Sorry about that. I had a little problems. I didn't have the mic plugged in correctly. I didn't have the phantom power on, so this mic stuff gets complicated, man. So it's a lot more complicated than I thought before I start getting into this stuff. It's a little bit more. It's pretty complicated stuff. So, like I said, I just want to jump on today and talk a little bit about the Bitcoin mining stocks, because there's a lot of things we've been talking about for a while. Is that these stocks were going to go up, right? So this is what we've been talking about, right? So the infamous mic issues, but BTBT is one that I've been talking about for about 2 months, right? And I said that I was expecting it to go to 25. That was my price target all along, and I always said like it got up to 18. So let's take a look at this chart here because I want to show you guys when I predicted it, where it ended up going, and and what actually happened, right? So I want to make sure you guys get a full understanding of where this stock is going, right? So let's go into the full screen. I'm going to show you what happened the last time that the big, it was a big impulse in BTBT, right? So let's share this screen here. See if we can get you guys the screen. There we go. So there we go, right? So here's the chart of BTBT. This is over today. So let's do let's do an interval of 1 day. And we're going to do it over, where's the day? 1 day. And we're going to do it over the last, let's say 3 months, right? So if we see here back on the 27th of August, there was a strong, if we go back, we predicted this stock about right here, somewhere on Strategy Sunday. I forget the exact date. So there was a strong impulse from around $5, $6 all the way up to $19, $16, $17. A lot of people held it. It crashed a little bit, right? But if we look at the long-term chart, right, the previous high here was on February when Bitcoin hit the high. It was 28, right? So we can assume with pretty good accuracy that if Bitcoin gets back to 63, that BTBT is going to be close to that value. It's not going to be the same because there's what's called the law of diminishing returns. So I think we'll get to about 25. That was my price point all along. I think that this impulse, and if Bitcoin continues to go up, I believe that we're looking at about $25 price point, right? And that's when I would start taking my profits, right? But Justin Russo's on here. Hey, Justin, I didn't see you on there. Yeah, so so like I said, if you're on YouTube right now, I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you to like the video, right? Like this video, and please, and I'd appreciate you guys if you can like this video right now. So let me take a look and see how many likes I got right now. Let's see if we can push these likes to the top. Let's see. So we got videos. Let's see how many likes we got. Well, we only got 38 likes, but we got 153 people in here. I need you guys to like this video, man. It'd be, I'd appreciate it if you guys would like this video, man, because y'all are on here without liking, right? So we got to make sure we do that. So somebody says, what platform do you use to purchase BTBT, Riot, and Mirror? Well, I mean, I'm assuming it's everywhere. These are not OTC stocks or nothing like that. So, man, I mean, like I would say you could buy it on Robinhood, you could buy it wherever you want, right? But like the thing about these stocks is that a lot of people are, asking why. Why? I think they blocked your site. What do you mean? But like I said, there's a lot of people, asking me like, why these Bitcoin stocks do what they do. Why do they? Let's say, for example, Bitcoin goes up 5%. Why would BTBT go up 16, 17, 18%? Now, I told you guys the other day, it's because they have a correlation, right? A correlation is just a connection between something and another. So another thing. So what's happening here is that you got to think about it from a profit standpoint, right? If I'm a Bitcoin miner, and that's why it's important to understand the business when you buy a stock, what business they're in, how do they make their money? How do they make their revenue? How much of that is profit? Because then you're able to predict a lot of cases with some other fundamental analysis where the stock is going. It's important. You don't just buy stocks on technical analysis. A lot of people want to do that. What technical analysis is, for you guys that don't know, is reading the charts, right? And that's for day traders. Read the charts in and out. But if you want to buy a stock long term, swing trade or whatever, you need to know the fundamentals. The fundamental analysis of the stock, right? And that's the business behind the stock, basically. But it's broken down in numbers, but it's the business behind the stock. I clicked on the link and it said this link is not safe. Which site? Which site are you talking about? I don't know which site you're talking about. What do you mean, like in the text message or what? So we got 89 likes. Let's see if we can get 100, right? So I need you guys to share this YouTube also with the people in your communities, right? I'd really appreciate you guys could do that for me. So let me do something real fast. Let me see. All right, so there we go. So somebody says, I get your links through text and it works for me. Can you explain crypto? Let's see who said. Somebody says, can you explain crypto and how people make money on it as a beginner? Well, it's pretty easy, right? It's that crypto is like any other asset. We're trying to buy it low and sell it high, right? This is like anything else that you try to do, right? Like some stocks you do have dividends, right? But hey, Brian, how's it going, man? Uh, Brian is one of my good friends from Clarksville, Tennessee, where I grew up. So I appreciate your support, man. So let's go back. So we got a question here from LinkedIn. Somebody says, what happened with Hire? Now, Hire Match is my cryptocurrency, right? And it's not, you should change it. That happened is past tense. Happening is current, progressive, right? So Hire Match is we're still working on it. We're about 3 or 4 weeks away from releasing a pretty big update. Remember, Hire Match is a cryptocurrency that's specifically geared towards the HR industry, right? The pandemic set us back some. The decline of the assets set us back some, but we're on a strong path to do well in the future. So I appreciate your question, David S. from LinkedIn. So back to what the question we were saying is like, back to Doge's question, right? He said, explain how people make money. Well, like I said, it's pretty simple, right? Is that we buy these assets when they're low, we sell them when they're high. Same thing as anything else, right? But with crypto, right, there's a market cycle. There's different reasons why certain cryptos go up. Demand is one, but there's also other reasons, macroeconomic, global stuff, things that's happening, certain, news events. Elon Musk could say something or whatever. But this is but you just, like I said, is basically you just buy it low and sell it high, right? And just practice risk management along the way. Because to be honest, I'm a person who believes in crypto through and through, right? I believe it's going to fundamentally change the world. I believe it's going to fundamentally change the financial system all over the world. But by saying that, there's still some risk. We're not sure of that. I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen, right? So, but because of that, I have to practice risk management. So when it spikes up, I got to get some off the table, right? I can't have all of my money in one thing. A lot of people are looking at crypto because a lot of people see it for its potential. And they see it for, almost as like a guaranteed trade, which I kind of think it is, but I'm not saying I can't tell you guys what to buy and sell, but I kind of think it's the most guaranteed thing I ever seen in my life in finance, right? Or in technology, anything, right? Because of the way that the halving works, and the way that the code in Bitcoin works, and how Bitcoin, is the price, I guess, leader for all the other cryptos out there. So, with that being said, right, is that you don't know what can happen. We don't know. We don't know if somebody hacks the Bitcoin network or maybe something better comes out. We don't know, right? So back to what I was saying. So somebody says, was something said about BTBT? Yeah, so BTBT is a stock that's a crypto Bitcoin mining company, right? And let's go back to what we were talking about, right? So back to what we were talking about is that how does these companies, Mara, Riot, and Bitcoin, how do they make their money? Well, they're Bitcoin mining operations. For those of you who don't understand what mining is that the Bitcoin network is not owned by anybody. There's no third party. There's no somebody that controls it. It's owned by the public, right? So how does it process it? What is the computation or the processing power come from to run this network? Well, that's where mining comes in, is that people can put their computers on the Bitcoin network, and that adds to the processing power of the network. That's what processes transactions, encrypts everything, makes sure everything's secure, validates transactions. So why would they do that? Well, because they receive fees and they receive rewards and fees for doing that, right? So that's what Bitcoin mining is that I take powerful computers, add them to the Bitcoin network. It helps the network process transactions, validate transactions, discover blocks, what they call it. And then I get Bitcoin for putting my computer on there, right? So what if instead of having one computer, I had thousands of computers, right? Now I'm making money by mining Bitcoin. And that's what these companies do, right? So let's say, for example, The Bitcoin price right now is 50,000, right? So it may take 45,000 to mine. Remember, these computers are very, very powerful. Computers, they use a lot of electricity, they dump a lot of heat out. So you need all this electricity to make it work, right? So with that being said, if you need all this electricity, it's expensive to mine one Bitcoin, right? You may get a Bitcoin that's worth 50,000, may cost you 40, 45,000 to mine it, right? So if the price is stable, that's bad, right? But let's say the price jumps up, right? The cost to mine it is actually is going to be is slow to follow, right? So that means that instead of making $5,000 on a Bitcoin, all of a sudden I'm making $20,000 on a Bitcoin. From a company standpoint, from a business standpoint, I just quadrupled my profit, right? So it's the Bitcoin may only went up 5,000, that's 10%. But my profit perspective, I'm up now. All of a sudden, I'm up $20,000, right? So I'm up 400%. You see what I'm saying? So this is why stocks like Mara, stocks like Riot, stocks like BTBT go up so much when Bitcoin goes up because of their correlation with the mining operations and how the price of Bitcoin affects their profit margins. So like I said, I need you guys to do something for me. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I need you guys to subscribe right now. If you haven't liked this video already, I need you guys to like it. We got 117 likes. I need you guys to push it to 200, right? Let's see if we can do that. We got 118 likes. Let's see if we can get 80 more likes to push this video to 200 likes. We got 118. Let's see what we can do. Who else? I got 217 people in here. Y'all can't like this. I got 121. Who else do I got? Let's see. 121. That's it. Man, y'all are getting kind of stingy with these likes, man. Don't want to give a like to nobody. 126. That's it, man. I'm giving all this valuable information. Y'all can't even like the video, man. We got 134. 131. Three people took their likes back. They must be like, I don't want to give this dude no likes, man. 140. Somebody says, where can we buy Shiba coin? The good news is that Coinbase now allows you to buy Shiba coin through Coinbase. 145. I appreciate you. Let me see your name. Jera Bakau. I think that's your name. 152, 158. We need 42 more likes to get to 200. Let's see if we can do it, guys. Hit that like and subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, man. It's going to be an amazing channel going forward. I'm going to add documentaries. I'm going to add a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to try to make this. I actually like YouTube a little bit, better than Instagram, really, because I can share more information and reach more people. And also the videos, the videos stay online too. So like I said, we're talking about BTBT. We're talking about mining stocks. We're talking about, so we got a question. Somebody says prediction on BTBT is up 15%. So my overall prediction, my price point on BTBT is that it's going to $25. And I would say within the next 3 weeks. And that's if Bitcoin continues to do what it's going to do. Now, we can't predict if China going to come out and say something, Indian or whatever. I can't predict what's going to happen. But if everything continues the way that it's going now, I could clearly see BTBT reaching $25 within 3 weeks right now. We got a good question. Somebody says, what phase are we in the market cycle, right? So what the phase that I believe we're in, I think we're in distribution. I think for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, market cycles are four distinct phases. The one is accumulation. That's when the big money, the banks, the institutions get into a stock or an asset or a crypto, for example. Second one is markup. That's when people start hearing about it. That's when the asset starts going up. Now in the accumulation phase, it's kind of flat. So that's when the rich people get in, when nobody's talking about it. So markup, you start hearing more about it. Distribution, everybody knows about it. The big money, the wealthy, the rich who got into accumulation, they're already out, right? Or they're getting out, right? So, and then there's a distribution phase, right? So a lot of times somewhere in the markup or beginning of distribution, the rich people start getting out. So I think we're somewhere in distribution. I don't know where. We could be at the beginning. We could be at the end. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I think we're somewhere in distribution. One of the key markers of being in distribution phase is that everybody's talking about it. So we're really not 100% there. We kind of touched it a little bit about 3-4 months ago because you don't see a lot of people talking about it. So once we see everybody's talking about it again, that's when you got to be careful. That's called max euphoria. When max euphoria starts happening, everybody thinks that this trade cannot go wrong, and the masses are thinking that way, is probably at the end of the cycle, right? So the market cycle causes bubbles. So that means a bubble is forming and it's about to burst. So I think we're somewhere in distribution. I don't think we're at max euphoria yet, but I think we're somewhere in there. And I think the end is coming soon in this crypto cycle. We'll be in a crypto winter or a long accumulation phase pretty soon here. So we got 180 likes. That's it. That's all the likes we got. So, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't liked this, please do so. I butchered your name, Jarabakao. That's not your name, Jarabakao. I thought that was right. Maybe your Spanish is not as good as I thought. Jarabakao. Bocao. Bocao. Jada Bocao. Is that it? So Mara predictions, I think Mara's going to follow the same path. I don't know where it's at today. Let's take a look. So Mara, let's see where Mara is at right now. It's following the same path as we saw before with so there was a spike up in March. There was another spike up in early January, probably. Yep, there we go. No, that's back in 2008. I'm sorry. So what we see here is that it's following the price of Bitcoin, right? So it's up today. What is it? It's up 5% today. But the thing about Mara and Riot, and that's why I would say I think BTBT is going to outperform those two, and it's because Mara and Riot is kind of like overplayed, right? So what that does is it causes the price of the options, everything to be overpriced because too many people are playing these plays, right? So we want to find a play where there's not a lot of people playing it. A lot of people know about it. So, and really, I think BTBT is the better play because of that, right? So you think somebody says you think Shiba's going to a now the thing about Shiba going to $1 is that that's almost impossible. I know some of you guys don't want to hear that. Uh, I got a good question here. So somebody says, will more information be added to those more? Yeah, it will be added, right? There's more information will be added in the next day or so, right? So I'm sorry about that. I think some bad data got in there or something, and then I had to delete it. But back to what I was saying is that will Shiba hit $1? Now we got to think about what's the max supply of Shiba, right? I don't know how many is outstanding, but we talked a little bit about this yesterday. Is that a lot of these price predictions are impossible. And I'm going to explain it. Why I'm going to explain it to you pretty simple, right? How many Shiba are outstanding right now? Circulating surprise is 394 million trillion, trillion Shiba right now, right? So that means that the total outstanding Shiba that are outstanding right now are about 34% of a trillion, of a quadrillion, I'm sorry. So in the entire monetary system in the entire world, there's $1.3 trillion, right? That's all that's out there. 1.3, I'm sorry, 1.3 quadrillion dollars. That's all the money in the world, right? All the money in stocks, all the money in assets, all the money in real estate, right? So that's 1.3 quadrillion. So due to simple math, the max supply of Shiba is 1 trillion. Now we haven't gotten to that max supply yet. We're only at about 300,000. I mean, sorry, we're only about a third of the way there. But if you think about this, let's say Shiba gets to $1, right? That means roughly 25% of all the money in the world is in Shiba. That means 25% of the value of the entire world, all the monetary systems, all the real estate, everything that is an investment is in Shiba, only Shiba. Now, is that feasible or possible? Now, I'm not putting down Shiba because you can make some money, but some of these crazy uh, predictions are because people don't understand market pattern. So can you so can you upload your Discord server link? Let's take a look. What's going on here? Oh yeah, let me get that. It's because it got cut off, man. Let me put that link back on there. I'm sorry, it got cut off for some reason. There we go. The link's back on there. So if you check, you refresh the page and check, you should have the link to the Discord on there. Sorry about that, guys. So Sheeb's probably not going to go. That's probably not going to happen, right? I'm just saying, I mean, it's not saying I'm against it because people say sometimes when you're realistic about stuff, people say that you're against it. Not against it. I think the coin's going to do well short term. Like to be honest, I don't think it's going to do long term. I think it's going to collapse when the market end up collapsing. But short term, yeah, you can make some money on this, right? And like I said, just because I say it's not going to this number or that number doesn't mean I hate it or don't like it. It just means that I'm being realistic here, right? So Doge, can you check now for me and see if that link is working? What's your prediction on Shiba? I really haven't done the analysis yet. Now I'll get that to you guys on Strategy Sunday. Yeah. So we got Sharon Oz Makeup saying you're right. I appreciate that. So like I said, I hope you guys can like this, comment, share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Like I said, I'm going to try to make this pretty great content on here. Like I'm going to Puerto Rico in 2 weeks to do a documentary. And I'm going to try to do documentaries on finance, wealth all over the place, right? So the next one after that is going to be on altcoins uh, and the gambling mentality behind it. Then we're going to talk about, wealth building. So we're going to do a documentary every month, and we're going to try to make this YouTube page a very good resource for people to come to. Somebody says, are you offering any more classes? Well, there's several. If you click the link under this video, right, there's my link tree. It'll say my courses, and there's a link tree. So those are available courses right now. And also the Discord is available. Somebody says they shoot documentaries. That'd be nice. Send me over some of your your work, and maybe we could talk. Let's see where IOTA is at. 'Cause those of you who follow me know that my IOTA is one of my favorite cryptos, right? It's probably like my third favorite. But IOTA is the thing about IOTA is that, like we talked about, it's so far ahead in technology wise that we're just extremely early on this, extremely early, right? And that's the problem with IOTA is that it's so technologically advanced that we're so far ahead that we may not see gains for years, no true gains. It's because we're so far ahead on this one, right? IOTA is what happened here? Go ahead, remove source, get another share. So take a look at IOTA, right? IOTA, we're at 133. We start talking about it about 30 cents. So we're up about 300% on this one. So IOTA is probably my third favorite crypto because of the technology that's behind it. And I think it's going to be transformative eventually in the future, but the team has to get their act together. We have to, the technology is so far advanced that a lot of these exchanges don't even want to like add it in there. It's kind of, nobody wants to do all this work to add one coin into an exchange, right? A lot of coins like Shiba, what's called ERC20 tokens, all based on Ethereum. So to add an ERC token to an exchange is easy. It's just like probably a few lines of code. To add IOTA will take a lot of work. You got to test, you got to validate, you got to add new security. So people don't want to do that. So IOTA is kind of like is being punished because it is so far advanced, right? So that's what I'm saying. IOTA eventually will break through. I strongly believe that. And eventually IOTA is going to be one of the biggest ones. But like I said, it may not be this cycle. It may be 4 years from now, maybe a few years. I don't know. But like I said, I strongly believe in this. I believe in this crypto more than any other crypto to make a lot of wealth. But it's like I said, it may not happen this time. It may happen 4 years from now. Maybe happen longer than that. I don't know. This microphone's not being stable. Yeah. So let me see if you guys can you guys throw me some likes? Like I said, if you like this content, if you like it, or share it with your friends on Facebook or wherever, and also make sure you subscribe. I'd really appreciate that, guys. So somebody says, if not a dollar, what about a penny? I try to purchase Shiba on Coinbase. All right. All right. Well, I just want to jump on and talk about this. I'll try to get on later. I gotta go to Dallas this weekend for a conference. So I'm gonna be speaking there. So if any of you guys are in Dallas, uh, so somebody is another question. Somebody says, "You're not a native. Can you do a course tutorial on how to navigate crypto in New York?" I go to New York often, so maybe I'll do something like that in New York. I don't know yet. So, like I said, is that I gotta prepare for my. I gotta go to Dallas tomorrow, so I gotta start packing and stuff. I got a big conference I gotta speak at on Saturday and on Friday and Saturday. So, like I said, I appreciate you guys joining.